I am Tom Howard. I own multiple air conditioning and plumbing businesses, and I've sold a bunch in the past. And my mission is to help other people build those businesses as well and provide for their families. And I'm going to give you 5 things. People ask me, how do I get my business started? And so if you're trying to start a business, go from 0 to $1 million in 1 year, I'm going to give you 5 things to get from that 0 to $1 million mark. And $1 million sounds like a lot of money, but for really starting out, that's a really small business in an air conditioning plumbing space. The first thing to do, if you're especially in air conditioning, don't start in the busy season. So I'm going to start in June so I can make money. And it's a terrible idea because it takes a while to get going. Start in January if it's the off season for you. If that's your busy season, it's in the cold area, start in February or March. Do it in the middle of the off season. What you got to do is get out there. That's number 1. Don't start in the busy season. Number 2 is get a good brand. Spend the time ahead of time to get something that's going to be recognizable. That is not, for crying out loud, don't get a snowflake and a sun on the side of a white truck that basically no one's going to remember. It's got to be something out there. Dan Antonelli from Kick Charge Marketing does great branding. I really enjoy his stuff. I really appreciate it. Spend the money on getting a great brand because that's going to stick with you for the rest of your business if you have the money to do that. If not, do what you can do to just make something that stands out to get there. Number 3, marketing. People don't focus on this. Like, man, I'm the best tech in the world. And that's what they focus on. The marketing is super important. When you're first starting out, do all of the free stuff first. So if you've got Google My Business is free. You can set up your Google location. You can go around and get reviews. Go offer free services to everyone in your neighborhood saying, hey, I'm going to tune up your air conditioner. Would you mind giving me a review? Of course, if the only thing they're paying for is the review, is a review, they're going to tell people how you did. So you go out there, you clean their coils, you change their filter, all that stuff. All it does is cost you your time. Get 40, 50 reviews as fast as you can and start building that up and get 5-star rating as best you can. Just everyone needs to know right away. Do all that free stuff first. Go around or the very cheap stuff, a couple $100 here and there for kids, baseball camps or whatever, baseball leagues. Go around, just everything you can do that's free. And there's a ton of stuff that's free. Do it. Go to your neighborhood associations and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm doing things out here. Work that hard, push hard on all the marketing you can. And by the way, as soon as you start getting calls, when you don't have calls, don't sit there and wait for calls. Go out. This is what I do. Go knock on the doors in your area, telling people just to get that business going. Once you get 40, 50 Google reviews and get things going, your phone's going to start to ring and you're going to get things coming in. Make sure that you're listing all the free sites. So Yelp, make sure that you fill out your information on Yelp and get going. Even if you're not paying for ads on Yelp, it's not great. You're going to get better when you pay for ads. But truth is, make sure you're putting the pictures on there. Make sure you're filling out your descriptions. Make sure you're doing all that stuff. Focus on just building up everything you can to get going on that marketing side. For the free stuff is always great when you're first starting out. And you might have to pay for some paid ads in the future, but get all that free stuff figured out first. Number 4 is hire virtual assistants. There's a great book by Tim Ferriss called The 4-Hour Workweek. If you haven't learned how to do this, go ahead and read it, figure it out. When you're first starting out, you have to do that. Don't get excited because you start in the off season, you get to the busy season, you start making a bunch of money, and then all of a sudden the off season comes and then you're going bankrupt. You have to charge like the big companies and make a good amount of money and be putting that money off to the side so you can keep growing your business. Do not draw that money out and all of a sudden now you're buying yourself a Porsche because you had a good summer and you made $100,000. Congratulations. And then all of a sudden you can't afford to keep growing your business. Price like the big people, make a good profit, make something sustainable, and that will get you to that $1 million mark.